Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a special little adventure for everybody. We actually ended up going off-roading. I didn't film that, but the first trailhead that I tried to get to today to get to the inlet of this lake that I like to fish, it was blocked off. They were doing some like fire training or something like that. So I ended up meeting up with a new friend. His name is Nick. You'll see him in the video just for a little brief moment. But we ended up finding a different trail to go up to, and then we hiked down to the lake to still manage to get some fishing in. So the mission today is we're gonna go after a couple different species of trout: brown trout, cutbow, rainbow, and then muskies. And the first thing we're gonna throw is a Mepps #5 spinner. And that's for the muskies. Second thing we're going to be throwing is kind of a combination for both of those fish. It is a Rapala X-Wrap in the rainbow color. And the third thing that we're going to be throwing, which is my go-to, and if you've been a long-time subscriber to this channel, you will know that I love to fish with a little tiny jig that is tipped with the Berkley Power Nymph. So that is what we're going to be going after today. We'll see if we'll get them. Obviously, if you're watching this video and it is longer than the intro, then we have caught some fish. Let's check it out. Here we go. Let me show everybody what we're going to be fishing with today. Today we're going to be throwing 3 different presentations. First one is going to be a giant #5 Mepps. There are muskies in this lake, and that's what I've been told to use by Mr. Matt Snyder. We're throwing that with 30-pound braid. Nick, he's already got 2 to the water over there. New friend Nick that I met on the road. We couldn't get to the lake where we wanted to, so now we're at a different spot on the lake though. Second thing we're going to throw is a suspending Rapala X-Wrap in a rainbow color. There's little baby rainbow that the game and fish stock in here that the brown trout eat and the muskie eat. And the third thing is our absolute go-to Berkley Power Nymph on a 1/16 ounce jig. Pink, my favorite color for fishing those little things. We're gonna be throwing that with 6-pound braid, and the X-Wrap I did mention is on 20 pound. Here we go. Ooh, there we go.
There you go. Nice.
On the #5 Mepps.
There you go.
That feels browny or lakery. Oh, cutbow. Cutbow on that giant lure. That's hilarious. You are a silly fish. You are a silly fish. Look at you. Oh yeah, they got bigger this winter. Dude, those are pretty healthy, I think. Look at that. Look at that silly boy. Wow. You are a crazy fish, man. I can't believe you would bite that giant lure. That was for the muskies. Not for you, little bud. Cool. I'm digging it, brother.
10 minutes later.
I always bring a shelter because the wind is so crazy up there.
Sure.
But yeah, last year I pulled out 3 master angler brook trout out of Long Lake and Brainerd.
No,
yeah.
early season?
Yep. Well, actually all throughout the year.
It's all throughout.
Yep.
How thick does that ice get? Do you need an extension on the auger?
You would now.
You would now, yeah.
Yep. It's probably about 40 inches now.
Okay.
There we go. Ooh, that feels pretty good.
Well, that looks like a good one.
On the pause.
There you go.
that a brownie? Are we into the multi-species bag? Nope, another cutbow. Cool. Sweet. Doesn't matter what you're throwing. Come here, little buddy. Rock and roll.
The same way, my mother's African-American, Native American.
Seriously?
Yeah. And I joined the multicultural engineering program. That's what kind of got me through, not got me through, but gave me a good boost.
Yeah.
So I'm like fine with those programs, but for anybody to say like there's still something underlying going, it's bull. I mean, I've lived it. It's bull.
Fish.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, same dude. I've lived it too. I've been called out to bleep this, you know, because I'm Native American and part black too. So it's like, you guys are nuts.
It's like if you want to live your life believing that, you know, everyone's out to get you, it's just gonna be
100%. Look at you, little aggressive dudes. That one's a little longer. Awesomeness. You probably could, man.
for a little while till everyone else catches on.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, missed him. Oh no, he's still there. He just started running the other way. That was hilarious. He's trying to jump. Yeah, there's a ton of them hanging out in those little rocks.
It seems like on that whole shore over there.
Awesome, dude. 3 on the jerkbait. Very cool. I was like, oh, I got them all figured out. I know exactly where they're at. I fished the whole shoreline. And then it was like, oh, I guess I'm just catching big walleyes this year.
That's so crazy.
It's weird.
Then what about Chambers? Do you ever get up to Chambers?
I've only driven by it. Because I went up to, we fished Delaney
Oh yeah.
a couple times this year.
Yeah, yeah.
I got like 2 bites. My buddy,
Another one. I hear it could be amazing. There's huge fish.
they're giant. They're like, every fish that my buddy caught, he only caught like 3 when I went with him. We went up twice. It was who I was gonna bring here today, but anyway, yeah, they were huge. They're all like 22, 23, big fat fish, browns, cutbows.
Many minutes later.
There we go. There we go. Been a dry spell. It's a good fighter. Some good fighters this morning. We got a foul hook brown. That's no good. That's no good. Jeez. Sorry about that, Brownie. No wonder why you were fighting so good. Sorry about that, dude. Trying to get you off here. Just a second. Dang it, you must have swiped at it and I swiped back and then shoot. We got you. Poor little foul hook dude. Ooh, sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that. Dang it. Sorry about that, bud. Really sorry. Shoot. See you, dude. So the winner so far today of today's contest against these three lures is by far the Rapala X-Wrap rainbow colored, which has honestly been the best color for me for bass too early in this season. The lake we're fishing today is super low. We're probably standing, like if this lake was full, I think we'd be like about 80 feet underwater. So it is incredibly low. They're actually building a giant dam over here. Maybe you can see the equipment there in the background. But so far, what has worked the best is this Rapala X-Wrap. And it's the same method that I've showed you guys from before. Is I'm just reeling a couple times, giving it a little tug at the same time that I reel. And on the pause, every single time, in this case, this is, you know, suspended bait, so I can pause for as long as I want actually, but I mean sometimes I'll pause up to like 5 seconds. Somewhere between like 1 and 5 seconds for the pause, and on the pause every single time is when I get the bites, because that's when they think the bait fish is dead. I'll take a swipe at it. In that case, oh, there's a bite. Yep, right there. There's one. Right there on the pause. Look at that. Textbook. Textbook. We got a jumper. We got a jumper. That was a textbook on the pause. We'll land this sucker over here. Where did I do it? Come all the way over here, maybe. The Cutbow. This is like number 6 of the day. So just look at this. Check it out. Look how big that lure is compared to that fish. And these fish are probably now pushing like almost 14 inches. This is like our 3rd year fishing these, fishing this lake for these Cutbows in particular, and I've just caught them since they were, watched them since they were fingerlings grow into a pretty good size. Look at his jaw. He's got that nice cut on him to make him a hybrid Cutbow. Let's get this one back. Nick, he's around the corner. A new buddy I found made today, which is pretty hilarious. I didn't film the first part, but I'll tell you about it. And the first part of our journey, let me get this guy released first. Really getting squiggly. See ya. Anyway, like I was saying, first part of today's adventure was we showed up. Nick showed up to the parking lot of the trailhead. Today was just going to be mostly a scout day, but he showed up to the parking lot of the trailhead we were going to go fish at. We were going to go hike down to. I'd never met Nick before, but I saw him get out and talk to these park rangers, or sorry, these firefighter dudes, because they're doing some prescribed burns. And there was 2 signs. The first sign said fire burn today, like no parking in the parking lot. I'm like, come on, this can't be real. Sure enough, I see this guy in this white truck there before me, and it was this fella named Nick who I met today. So he goes and talks to him. I go drive down further down the road to see if I could find a spot to park at further down the road, and I couldn't. So I turned around and I met him coming out after talking to those people. Talked with him for a little bit. Then I go back down there to talk to the rangers or the fire people myself. Ask them, hey man, how long is this gonna go on for? It's like one of my favorite fishing spots. They didn't know, blah blah blah. And then I go to leave and I see Nick again. And I pulled the roll down the window and I'm like, he's like, yeah, the road I was trying to find that maybe we could still get to the lake to, I think it's actually back the way we came from. And I go, hey man, they probably can't stop both of us if we try it. So I followed him. Whoop. Oh, this bait is all screwed up. But I followed him on this Jeep trail, and then we ended up hiking down. So we've got to the lake and the water anyway. It was a cool, fun little adventure. Made a new buddy. We're catching fish. And you know, a lot of times I will start out fishing a lake like this, as you can see, with like 3 different kinds of baits, just to see. And the first one that I threw, which makes sense that you would throw it that way, is a number 5's Meps. You saw we caught a trout on it. It will catch muskies. There's muskies in here. It will definitely catch brown trout. There's also rainbow trout in here. It could possibly catch a laker, but the point of throwing something like that right away is it's a search bait. There we go. Another one. See what I'm saying? This one is the go-to today, and I love the bite on this lure. It's such an awesome way to fish. That one's a little about the same size as the last one, maybe a little bit bigger. This might be the biggest one of the day. He's certainly starting to mature in this lake because he's starting to turn golden. When they start to mature, yeah, this is one of the more mature ones. He's got a little bit of a yellow, he's got a little bit of a yellowish brown or yellowish golden tint to him in his body. And it's honestly just because of what they're eating out of this lake. Poor guy's all wrapped up now too. Let's get him unwrapped. Look at him. He was well hooked, he was not coming off. It's like number 7. This is easily the nicest one of the day. But look how he's all sort of golden. This is one of the more mature cutbows. And it's just due to like what they eat out of this lake. A lot of it's crayfish. See you, buddy. Cool.
11 minutes later.
There we go. There's another one. Right in these rocks, like I was telling you guys, right in these rocks. And this is another one of these mature looking ones because he's a little bit more yellow, orange colored, like I was saying. Let's see if we can get it without a net. Oh yeah, we can get it without a net. Pretty looking fish though, aren't they? And they're nice and healthy and fat out of here. This reservoir gets a lot of guff, but it's always been good to me. It's always been good. Somebody. See ya. There he came back. I saw him. I saw him flash once. Oh no, I lost him. Shoot. Brown trout. Another brown. Another brown. There we go. There we go. There's number something. Come on. You still on me? Where's he at? Is he even reeling? Oh yeah, he's still there. Boy, that was a weird fight. There he goes. Cool. Found the fish in 2 spots today, and that is it. 2 freaking spots. This spot and the first spot we were at. Not the best hook, kind of a foul hook. Right in the gill there. There's that beautiful fish. See you, bud. Frickin' jerkbait for the win today. Sick action on this old jerkbait. I even woke up late today. Didn't even get here on time. I wanted to be here at like sunrise. Frickin' woke up at 6:30. Sunrise has been about 7. Didn't even hit the water until about 10. So it's about 12:30 now. We've been fishing for about 2.5 hours. We're almost to double digits.